Thanks a lot for the presentation. I think you have spoken a lot of things that not only in Finland, but around the world, when we think about the African students coming in to a specific country, is facing in terms of challenges, but also ways to support. I don't know if there is anyone in the group who has some experiences about how the African students have been or are supporting each other when they enter your countries. I think most of us here are from Finland, but Auntie, you are in the US. How is it like for African student support, or the diaspora student support in general?
Hello. Oh, thank you so much, Conrad, for inviting me today, and hello to everyone. And for Tabi, who has just finished the presentation, congratulations for all that you are doing, because really education is the backbone of everything. Without education, you know, some of us, we wouldn't be here where we are. So the work that you are doing there is very, very, you know, it's need to be commended. So thank you so much for your presentation. And maybe just to follow up, I would like to connect with you so we can talk about things that are very similar to what you are doing, that actually the organization that I work for does exactly the same thing, but in Tanzania. And to answer your question, Conrad, you know, it's really, really difficult. I also came here as a student, and it was very difficult to navigate, especially really just finding someone to give you any type of information. Like Tabi was saying, you know, you have a new language that you have to navigate, and there's so much paperwork to complete, and just everything, you know, from food, from where to live, and all those things. So I wish I had, you know, a service like, you know, Tabi's service that she has just mentioned. It would have been so easier. But in the US, even without having a scholarship, without having someone, you know, it is very, very difficult. It's really difficult, you know, to just come to a new country and just find everything that you thought you knew is completely different. So I would just say it is similar in a way, because we all have to learn this new language. We all have to navigate the same way, and the challenges are similar. But also, I have to say, because, you know, coming from Africa, we are resilient. We have gone through so much. So once we are able to find that help, or we are able to, you know, navigate, then we just move on, and we tend to do well, and we multitask with different things just to make things work, and especially because we also have extended family that are relying on us in most cases. So, you know, thank you. That's what, you know, my contribution is I would just say really it's kind of similar.
Thanks very much, Auntie. I think, Tabi, you have spoken about volunteering time. I think many times this is a challenge that we have. The reason why I wanted to have this topic into this session, into this day's event, is because, you know, we look at our fellow Asians, for example, Vietnamese. You know, when a Vietnamese person arrives here, they know almost everything. They can get a job tomorrow. So what is it really that we Africans fail to do, to be like that? Because I think, I know at least there was an institution or institute in Vietnam, which was especially for preparing Vietnamese students to come and study in Finland. And they have these big communities online, and the communities that tell them and share the knowledge and exchange facts and realities. Where are we Africans failing? And how could we complement organizations like EMIADU, in a sense, who already have the platforms online to boost more enrollment for African communities to enroll and exchange ideas and arrive into their countries with the perfect information by the time of arriving. This is something that I have been wondering for a very long time, and that's why I wanted to have this session into this this afternoon here.
I think representation also matters a lot because, like you mentioned, a lot of Asian students, like, they get prepared, like they get prepared there, like at home, before moving to Finland. And that's why I mentioned that getting the information to African students back home is very, very important. Because when you know where you're going to, when you know what you need, then psychologically, mentally, you are prepared. But when you don't have any information, then it becomes really, really difficult when you arrive here. So I think we need to step up as Africans here in the diaspora. We need to step up. We need to get those partnerships, you know, because partnership between countries to enhance all these things. When I look at the relationship Finland has with my home country, Cameroon, it's like really limited, you know. But they have a good relationship with countries like Kenya, which I think if you speak to most Kenyan students, they have it not really that easy, but it's much more than, let's say, West African students here in Finland. So I think getting the word back home to them in Africa, preparing them of what is ahead, getting them to even start learning the basics of Finnish language while they're in Africa before moving here. That's something that will really help.
Thanks a lot.